I'm Leslie.
And I'm Shelley.
And we're
Sisters in Ebert.
Welcome back for another Movie Monday.
Michael,
1996. I forgot to. I didn't write. I did write it down. It came out December 25th, 1996.
It was a Christmas Day.
Christmas Day movie, yeah. Which I didn't remember this being a Christmas movie, and then there are Christmas elements in it.
Right at the end, I feel like.
Well, at the beginning too.
Was there?
Yeah. We'll go through it.
Okay.
Sorry, my hair. It's still winter, fly kind of. It's still it didn't get the memo. It's spring. So we open to a bald eagle flying in the sky as a blue station wagon with two people inside drives down a country road lined with farms. The car arrives to a bank with an elderly woman driving and a man dressed in black in the back. The two come back out of the bank, and shortly after closing for the day, a storm wind starts and the bank collapses. Winter Wonderland starts playing in the next scene, and a photo shoot set up with Santa and fake snow.
That part, yep. Okay, yeah.
For a National Mirror tabloid, and the boss doesn't like that American children weren't used in the photo. It was like Indian children used, or American Indian children. They weren't clear. I didn't pay attention to the kids. I think it was Native American children.
I think so.
But the dog in the photo shoot is ripping up the office, but is the mascot of the tabloid.
Mm-hmm. This was a little confusing at first. Like
I was
tabloid, I was
confused
like, he's like a mean boss.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I didn't get it either. Yeah, at first.
Yes.
Sparky is the dog, and his owner is Huey, and is warned to teach the dog manners soon, and that his job depends on the dog.
We don't know why.
We don't know why, yeah. A woman writes to Frank, who is a journalist, about an angel living with her for 6 months named Michael, and the team is going out to get the angel for Christmas. Dorothy, Andy McDowell's character, just hired and is going along as she is an angel expert.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're in Chicago. They're based in Chicago.
Yes.
So
and the boss is
Bob Hoskins, yeah, from Mermaids and Mario Brothers. I mean, this is just like Bob 40 Hoskins year.
Yeah, this is the season of the Hoskins.
The year of Bob Hoskins. He just passed recently, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
I think he did.
A few years though, right?
No, I think like the last year maybe. I don't know. I have to look it up.
I don't know. But yeah, okay. He's gone.
Yeah. Next scene is Dorothy apologizing that she won't be able to care for dogs as a walker anymore. She's apologizing to the doctor, or to the dogs. Oh, gosh, I wrote so small. She was a dog walker. She's apologizing to the dogs. She won't be able to walk them. But
Dorothy's,
Annie McDowell.
Yes, I forgot her name. I was thinking the old lady.
Oh, yeah. Anymore. That's what it was. I was like, it looked like a 6. That E looked like a 6. Anymore. Okay, Michael sleeps standing up in the corner. We go to, is it Iowa?
Iowa,
okay.
Yes.
And one feather has fallen to the floor that night. The three on the trip are not getting along well. It's Huey. Is it Jack? Is that what I said his name was?
Huey and Tom?
Huey. No, it's not Tom. Frank. Yeah.
Huey and Frank.
And Dorothy.
Okay, so Huey and Frank are like good friends.
Yeah, they're kind of like kind of partners.
Yeah, so they stories. Often go on these little journeys across country to get the scoop on.
And Dorothy is kind of like the third wheel.
They just met Dorothy. She was just introduced.
Yeah, she was sent because Bob Hoskins said that she is
an angel expert, which
she is not. It will be revealed later.
But it's also confusing because
he didn't know about it before.
He didn't know, she was in the office with him, but then he didn't know why Frank and Huey were coming in there. Right. So, So Dorothy has a troubled ex-husband, and Huey and Frank tell of how they got Sparky. They were in the work parking lot with a donut, and Sparky came up to Huey and tried to kick him. He tried to kick the dog, but tried to kick him away a little, you know. And but he looked just like their boss's childhood dog, Sparky, and Huey pretended that was this dog's name too. You'll never believe it. That's this dog's name is Sparky too. Huey pretended that was this dog's name and that he was the owner, and Sparky saved him ever since. So that's why I don't know why he keeps him around so much. Yeah, he loves this dog. A little weird. Yeah. So the three arrive to the shuttered motel in the Milk Bottle Motel, is that what it is? Milk Bottle Motel, yeah. To Mrs. Milbank in Iowa, and she only warms to them when she sees Sparky. She's like, it's like you wrote to us, and she's like, Sparky! Oh, he's just as handsome as he is in the pictures, you know. She's a loyal tabloid reader. Yes. Mrs. Milbank has a coughing fit immediately after their arrival. The three ask if the angel is here. And Mrs. Milbank asks if they can see him. And no, then he's not here. Michael called from upstairs. He's smoking and in boxers. He gets a beer and says, how do you do? And goes back
He just
upstairs.
goes down. He's got these huge wings. He's in his boxers.
It's John Travolta.
It's John Travolta. Yeah, I don't think we said that yet.
No.
But yes, and he's got long hair.
A hairy chest.
Yeah, he's just like big beer gut.
Yeah.
Just bumbling around. And then goes back upstairs.
Yeah. How do you do? The three go to the motel rooms and they don't know what to make of Michael, but all are skeptical. Dorothy believes that Michael after Pansy is Mrs. Milbank, and Dorothy believes Michael after Pansy's money, and reveals that her second husband Miles took her credit and her Camaro, and says that angels don't smoke, and that's why she knows he's not a real angel. Angels don't smoke. So later the next day, Michael pours Frosted Flakes and adds nearly the whole sugar bowl to them.
Pouring sugar on it. I always wanted to eat that
Yeah,
sugar
me
as a
too.
kid. We saw this as kids.
We
didn't
did.
mention that either.
Yeah, this came out in 96, and I think we saw it like around that
Shortly
time.
after,
Yeah. Dorothy asked to see, we watched this as a family.
Yeah, Dad,
Yeah.
Mom, and us. Yeah.
Dorothy asked to see Michael's wings, but Peter prefers Dorothy not to touch them. Or see Michael's wings, but prefers Dorothy not to touch them. And Huey is informed that the wings are attached the same as his pecker, and all men are yelled at for language, man, language. And did you see who Pansy is?
No.
The actress who plays Pansy?
No.
Okay. It is Jean Stapleton, who played All in the Family, Edith, and All in the Family. Archie!
Oh,
Archie!
I hear it
Yeah.
now that I think about it.
Yes. Language, gentlemen!
That's fantastic.
Michael is not a pretty angel. He's an archangel who threw Lucifer out of heaven and smote a bank for Pansy. And she's like, oh, a bank? Well, a branch. It's like he's trying to be very like a little bit more humble about it. And I knew there was money involved, you know. So Michael loves the retelling of the story by Pansy and is very James Ubriaco here. I put.
Who's James Ubriaco?
Look who's talking, show.
Oh, I didn't know his last name.
Show.
I didn't know his last name. You would have just said James.
All
and look
three
who's talking.
movies. That's what they are.
But
Anyway.
they don't say it.
Well, he slips into it here, and as the bank turned into a parking lot for the money changers. Because there was something with her husband, when he died, something with the
she couldn't get
motel,
the money.
yeah, and the mortgage or whatever.
The bank was holding it.
Yeah. So Pansy has another coughing fit, cooking eggs. Michael looks into the distance, and she passes.
Mm-hmm.
Very abruptly.
Mm-hmm.
Huey asks Michael if she's better up there now at the funeral, and Michael
They're all
says,
at the funeral.
yeah, and Michael's like, that's not my area. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Dude gives him
nothing to go off of.
yeah.
And obviously Frank is like, this guy can't be real.
Very skeptical, yeah.
Even though he's got these giant wings.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
she's cooking everybody eggs at breakfast
Yeah.
too. Like she's just what kind? How do you like your eggs?
How do you like your eggs? Cooking them each
poached. Like she's just
Yeah.
But if you notice, and this was one of I didn't find many fun facts about this, but one of the fun facts is that none of the orders are right. She's making them eggs, and it's poached eggs, and it's not
poached.
Eggs, yeah. Or scrambled, and it's not scrambled.
That's funny.
Huey asks, okay, Dorothy uses Pansy's story for her hobby, writing country western songs. She Dad cooking us breakfast.
She writes it down in a notebook, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I write country songs.
I write lyrics to country
She's the
western
cutest
songs.
little accent.
It's my hobby. Frank calls to let the boss know that the wings are legit, and Michael is interested in seeing the world's largest ball of twine and saw the world's largest cannonball in Mesopotamia, but said that the country is not there anymore. I wonder if it's still there. Mesopotamia isn't there anymore. Nothing lasts. John Travolta has great deadpan delivery in this movie.
He clearly has so much range as an actor,
Yes.
and this is you can tell it's fun for him.
It is, yeah. This was all after his career was back on an upswing. This was after Pulp Fiction kind of resurrected him and all that. So Michael agrees to go to Chicago if they drive, but wants to see the world's largest ball of twine.
Yeah, they're
on
like,
the way.
no, we'll just fly. And he's
Yeah.
like, nope, not gonna fly.
Yeah, not gonna fly.
Nope, we're driving. And while we're at it, we're going right by this.
The future, the largest ball of twine.
Frank will owe him a future apology. Also, no pictures until Chicago is reached, and then he takes Frank's coat. I like your coat better.
So
I'll take it.
he's
Yeah,
like, "Go
nice
ahead,
switch
we'll
coat."
trade.
Yeah. Michael informs Dorothy that the world's largest ball of twine is less than 2 hours from there, and he would like to see it before the sun sets. And she warns Michael that he will be exploited, and he says he's going, and so is she, or he will tell the truth about her. And he also wants her to sing in the future when he says so.
She's like, "You want me to sing?" He's like, "Not right now.
When I say so."
When I
Yeah.
say so, yeah.
Goes to sit in Pansy's car, so they all have to move the luggage into it and leave because they had loaded up their car.
Right. And Pansy's car is like
Old. Yeah, it's like an old blue station wagon.
Which I couldn't, like, obviously there's a rental. Like, what are you gonna, you have to get that back. Like,
I know. Frank is worried the story will be stolen on the way. Michael is excited that Pansy left car bingo. The miles will fly, and your children won't check. Peep the propaganda. The miles will fly, and your children won't cry if you're playing car bingo.
He's like handing out the cards.
He pretends to see a policeman and informs them that they need to learn to laugh. It's the way to true love. I'm like, where?
Yeah, 'cause he's just calling out things
Dog.
instantly. Dog.
Cow. He's like,
Chicken bar.
It's like, you see, wait, not fair. You've done this before.
Policeman. What?
Where? No, they all said, where? So they make it to the largest ball of twine, and Michael takes off to battle a bull in a neighboring field. Michael is knocked silly, but no injuries in 6,360 battles. The bull is also dizzy, and Michael is a grass roller like Sparky.
Mm-hmm. Does he lose a feather here? Don't we see a feather?
Yeah, I think
come
so.
off?
Michael, I didn't write it, so maybe not here, but later. Michael informs this is his last visit to Earth, and he's only allowed 26 visits, and he will miss everything so much on Earth. And it seems to have a bet with God about Frank.
He's lamenting
Yes.
about losing this time.
I've
on Earth.
noticed
He
that's
loves
my
Earth.
vocabulary word with these. I've used lament in every single movie, I think, this year. So there's always a character
Here we go.
lamenting.
He's lamenting. Here it is.
Yes. Waitress is really into Michael at dinner, and Michael informs Frank that he's a writer too. Psalm 85. But he didn't know it would be called that when he wrote it. He had no idea they'd be collected and numbered. Michael also invented standing in line.
Everybody was just milling about one.
Yeah,
Like, why don't you make a line?
to get in before people were just milling around. It was a mess.
So I said, why don't you make a line?
Yeah, make a line. Angels only get so many little miracles, and he doesn't like to criticize other angels' work because he's like, oh, like who's the traffic angel? I don't like to criticize other angels. Or the parking space angel. It's like, I don't like to criticize other angels' work. All other women in the bar are also into Michael too.
They're infatuated.
Who
like,
are now
just staring.
Who is now dancing with all of them as he remembers what John and Paul said. The apostles? No, the Beatles. All you need is love.
It's a little Pulp Fiction-y the way
It
he's
is.
dancing.
Change a fool. Huey invented the hole in the coffee cup, and now everybody does it. So you can, take it to go. Yeah. Frank is starting to doubt Dorothy, but is interrupted by another Michael battle against all the men in the bar.
Yes, it's a bar fight here.
All the women are discussing what Michael smells like. Caramels, cotton candy, cookies. That's cookies, but the smell gets stronger when he's in heat. All are in a holding cell for the night due to Michael fighting, and Dorothy reveals another husband, Ralph, who was once jailed but kept her out of it, and she hates Frank. And Michael calls in his apology from Frank to Dorothy, or he won't go along to Chicago. All go to sleep with Michael again in the corner. The next day in court, there is a female judge, and she passes all to hear Michael's account of the events in the judge's chambers.
So there, let go.
Yeah. So we cut to the car driving away with Michael singing Beatles' All You Need Is Love.
They all join in.
Love. And tells everyone to sing, but not Dorothy. Not you.
Yeah, not you.
Not yet, as they cross into Illinois. Michael asks to stop in 1 mile to see the world's largest nonstick frying pan. All say no because he gets in trouble every time they stop, and then Huey says, well, he also gets us out of trouble every time they stop. Huey asks Dorothy what that is with women, and she says she has no idea. I'm not attracted to Michael. Sorry, Michael, but I'm not. He says he knows, and he put a block on her.
Yeah, I put a block on you.
It's okay. I put a block on you. Oh, okay, sure, okay.
She can still smell the cookies.
Yeah.
Though.
Michael gives 10 seconds to change their mind about stopping. 1 hippopotamus, 2 hippopotamus, 3
hippopotamus.
And when Frank doesn't budge a tire, the tire blows. Or oh no, it was 10 hippopotamus? Because it was 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
and then the tire blows. The car has no jack, and Michael walks off. Dorothy is inspired with another lyric about Bradley's bald tires, one of her husbands, and Huey misses his wife. On the road they're stuck on the road that they're stuck on is very desolate, but a truck comes shortly after with a newlywed couple and picks up Michael to regaling the old men with stories. Who's regaling old men with stories at the frying pan. He made it the frying pan.
Yes.
Half a mile down the road. All are at the restaurant with pie. They're looking for pie this whole time.
They love pie.
Yeah. And they order 2 slices of everything as the waitress is smitten with Michael.
I wanted to sit at that table.
Me too.
They're just passing this pie around. I was like,
really good.
Yeah. I need it.
Michael jokes that he invented pie. He was joking about that because he keeps saying how he invented this, he invented that. Michael instructs Dorothy. Oh, the couple that picked them up was a newlywed couple, too. They were in their,
Wait,
wedding
they were
clothes.
someone. I can't remember now.
The bride is.
I think the groom is, too.
Oh, I know the bride. The bride is Carla Gugino. From
Oh,
Hill
yes,
House.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I was like, what?
Oh, gosh. Who's the groom? He's somebody, too.
Get your phone. I'll continue as you get it. Michael instructs Dorothy to sing her song about pie after she tells Frank that she makes good blueberry pie like his mom, and asks her to sing another song, which she does with a country band and the song she's been writing on the trip.
And they just jump right in.
Yeah. Yeah, because first she sings, pie, me oh my. But then she sings like the song that she's been writing too. And it's a good song. Like they put it together pretty well. Frank asks Dorothy where her room is and gives her a kiss on the cheek goodnight, leading to a real kiss. And she invites Frank to her room and tries to tell Frank something, but he interrupts. Michael goes to his room with the waitress directly next to Huey and Sparky's. And the waitress was in Big Daddy.
Yes, Layla from Big Daddy.
I like your song.
It's Lars from Heavyweights.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Lars from Heavyweights.
Was this the same
groom.
year as Heavyweights?
What year was Heavyweights? No, I don't think so.
Heavyweights was right around 1996.
95.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, he's not Lars in this movie.
But I remember I was like, no.
Well, the Carla Gugino one got me.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I didn't really recognize her.
No,
Like,
she looked very different.
Very different. I couldn't place her. But somehow familiar, too.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what it was. Sorry.
well, I saw her on the credits and I'm like, come again? Otherwise, I would have gone right past me. Okay. So the waitress leaves very happy the next morning.
Yeah, she's like singing.
Yeah, driving a big hippie VW for some reason. And Michael goes outside with Sparky and loses another feather. Dorothy tries to come clean with Frank about the job, and Frank says that he was fired from the Tribune for punching a manager when he was drunk, and that Frank still believes she's an angel expert. She's not an angel expert. She's a dog trainer, and that's why she was hired. They're trying to phase Huey out and get her in for Sparky.
Yes, he just wants Sparky. He doesn't want
Huey
there.
Michael ponders the difficult case of giving a man back his heart, Frank, to Sparky, and laments. He laments.
She wrote it. I see it.
Missing Earth so much, and tells Sparky to remember that you can never have too much sugar, no matter what they tell you.
You can never have too much. I think it's true.
I agree.
Sugar equals joy.
Don't take my joy. As Dorothy says good morning to Sparky, he runs across the road to her and is hit by a Mack truck.
Oh gosh, I remember this part clearly from childhood.
Well, and freaking Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Andy McDowell was like, it was my fault. I called because she was like, good morning, Sparky.
Yeah, she's like, I shouldn't have called him like that.
And then when she said that, he starts running to her, and that's when he ran. Frank asks for help from Michael, who says it's not his area. Dorothy admits she doesn't know anything about angels and that she's a dog trainer hired to take Frank and Huey's jobs. Frank orders Michael to bring Sparky back to life and no excuses. Michael goes to the field with Sparky and his wings expand and he revives Sparky. Michael informs them that he doesn't have much longer as his feathers litter the ground around him. Michael is weakening in the back of the station wagon as they pull into Chicago. They walk Michael to the Sears Tower, which is now the Willis Tower. I don't like that. It's the Sears Tower.
Yeah, it'll always be
The world's largest building, so that he could see that. And they're reading him facts, like built
like comforting.
Steel.
To him.
Yeah. And Michael collapses, apologizing for not doing his part of the deal and thanking them for fun as they all say goodbye. Michael's wings envelop him, and he disappears.
He just we like cocoons in.
All three go to see the boss and said it was a hoax, and who celebrates that he gets the job and the 2 men fired. And Dorothy lies and says Sparky can't be trained, and Frank quits as Dorothy chases him, apologizing. Frank again puts up walls and refuses to forgive Dorothy. He's on the subway seeing small kids dressed as angels, angel hair pasta.
Angels everywhere.
Is all the specials at this restaurant he's at. Dorothy hears about angel food cake. There's a sign for Michelangelo separated to Michael and Angel to Frank and by the L train as Dorothy sees the same image moments later. Frank is in denial that it happened and is back to writing his novel. Huey is unable to tell anyone, and not even his wife. Frank says to meet someone, the woman of his dreams would have to blow a flat tire right next to him walking. And it happens when he leaves, like just as he's imagining it.
He walks out and like the tire blows and he's like, no
way. And it's just 2 men. And they're like, no, we're good.
Like,
we're good.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we don't need help. And he's like, oh. And he like laughs.
Like, you need a hand. Like,
silly
yeah,
me.
that was dumb. Like, Frank sees men. Yeah, let him in. Hi, Snickers.
Hi, Snick.
Okay. Hi, Snickers. Frank says, sees a man walking in front of him that looks like Michael, and he follows him running eventually and runs right into Dorothy on turning the corner. She also thought she saw Michael and followed him. Frank tells Dorothy he loves her, and she says she loves him and asks Dorothy to marry him, and she says no at first and then agrees after several more asks, and they go home. But like, this is such a 90s thing. Like, all these movies were like, I know you for 2 days, marry me.
Let's get married.
Now.
That's why the divorce rates are so high in the 90s.
Yeah, I guess so. He's bad. I'm sorry. Michael emerges from a small alley where he was hiding along with Pansy and tells her that he invented marriage, And
I was confused about this part. Why is Pansy there?
Just because she's his buddy. And that everyone was so mixed up before, so he said, have a ceremony. She scoffs and Michael. And he says, let's go home. And Michael frees his life as they dance around everyone after Dorothy says to Frank that she smells a bakery. I smell something. Is there a bakery nearby? And life again is unfreezed. The end. Yeah.
Oh my.
Which Snickers being here, we have some bad Sisters in Ebert news.
Yes. So if you remember Zorro, our dear mascot, our Sparky, if you will, Sparky in this.
He has passed and he's gone to kitty heaven. And it sucks. He wasn't very old. He was probably only about 12. Was he 12? No, 10. He was 9. He would have been 10 this year. But he was from a litter of strays, and all 4 in his litter, we had all 4, and they, one by one, all had this like liver problem that couldn't really be treated. Yeah. And a couple weeks ago, I noticed that he was getting a little jaundiced, and I'm like, oh no. And so poor Zorro is in kitty heaven.
Yeah,
now.
so if you're wondering where Zorro is.
That's why he hasn't been here lately, but maybe Shelly can put up a screenshot or a picture.
We'll
I'll
have
send you a photo.
A memorial at the end of this video.
For our Sparky.
Yes, our Sparky. So now Snickers has come to join us.
Snickers likes to take liberties.
A little more.
I'm watching you, Snickers. Yeah.
Than Zorro was.
He is. He's a perma kitten. So. But we thank you for joining us. Do you have any other fun facts? This is a Nora Ephron movie.
Yeah, I was surprised at that.
They've been trying to make a sequel for about 20 years, they said, but it's never come together. Where is that cat?
He's there. He's looking.
Okay. I didn't want him to be doing anything naughty. He's one you gotta watch.
He's wild. Sparky.
Where is Andy McDowell when you need her?
But yeah, this was kind of like a throwaway movie. Like, I watched it and I was like, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad. Like, it was just like, it had its moments.
It had, like, I remember I really liked the jokes in it when I was a kid. Like, I liked Michael's little quips.
the saving grace of the movie. The rest you could do without.
Yeah, I don't care about any of these other characters at all.
John Travolta carried this movie.
Yeah. On his back.
On his winged back.
But yeah, that's there's not too much about it.
No, have you seen this movie?
Yeah, is this one you remember? It is obscure. I had to. Was this streaming anywhere?
It took me a while to find it.
I think it was on Tubi, maybe. It was not like I had to go look at. Oh no, it was not. I had to dig out my DVD and I couldn't find it, and it was a 2-sided DVD and a $5 bin. I got City of Angels on one side and Michael on the other. And I'm like watching it, and like I put it in, and I didn't realize it was a 2-sided DVD.
You're
and
like,
I'm
wait
like,
a minute,
Nicolas Cage, and I'm like, wait, do I have to fast forward this to the end and get to the next movie? Is that how old this DVD is? No, I just had to flip it over. So.
I didn't know that was a thing, a 2-sided DVD.
Yeah, there's a movie on each side. You can flip
my
it on.
Goodness. Beautiful. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. But we thank you so much for joining us. Yeah. Are you familiar with this? We like John Travolta. So.
Love him.
Yeah. So this
we got more John Travolta coming
your
way.
More to come. Yeah. This is a heavy Bob Hoskins year and a heavy John Travolta year. And I'm here for it. If you look below in the description, you'll see that there are links to our social media accounts. We're at Sisters and Ebert at Instagram and Facebook. Please like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube video. Ring the little bell. It'll give you all the notifications when we post new content. And if you copy the URL and share it, the algorithm will think you're really sharing it, even if you don't share it. So just copy it, and bump us up in that algorithm. We might spread our wings, our angel wings, a little bit.
Oh, I like that.
We would love that. Much like Frank and Huey, we are a little struggling here.
We are struggling a little bit.
But we thank you so much on our quest to Chicago. Here we have made it, the world's largest ball twine, non-stick frying pan, and building. In 1996. I think it's been beaten.
Yeah, it has.
Thank you so much for joining us, though. We'll see you next week at the movies.